So today we're unboxing the Meta Quest Pro. This is a big upgrade for me because I never bought the Quest 2. I'm coming from the original Quest, so I'm expecting to see a difference here. I also bought this myself. I spent my own money. It cost over $2,000 here in Canada. Thank God my wife doesn't watch my videos because if she did, I'd be on the streets. Now this is the exact retail packaging you should expect if you decide to order this thing. You have this big white box. You have a logo of the Meta Quest Pro on the front. On the back of the box, you have exactly what's coming inside. So you have the Meta Quest Pro headset, 2 Quest Touch Pro controllers, charging dock, power adapter, controller charger cable, charging cable, 2 stylus tips, 2 light blockers, cable clip, protective cover, cleaning cloth, and 2 wrist straps. You got Meta Quest Pro on top of the box. Kind of looks like a shoebox, but a bigger shoebox. And then of course you have the headset right inside, but over here, I think this is the light cover. This covers the front of the lenses so they don't get damaged. You have the headset itself. You have your 2 controllers. This is actually feels a lot different. I actually have the original Quest here. This is what the original Quest controllers look like. This one you can tell is already broken. That's how much we use this thing. And the big difference though is how it feels. This feels a lot more sturdy. It feels more complete. It doesn't have this circle thing. As you can see here, it broke really easy. And trust me, it's very easy to break these controllers because not only are they light, but these are kind of finicky, right? Like this taps like the side of an object, it's gonna break quite easily. These feel heavier, right? Because there's a rechargeable battery inside. You can't replace the batteries in here. With this guy, you can just replace with the battery anytime you want. So much better. And look at all the camera sensors on this. You got one up here, you got another camera over here, 3 cameras on this. That's crazy. 1, 2, and 3. Compared to the original one that just basically tracks hand movements. So this is gonna be a lot more accurate. You have the second controller, and please, if you are using any sort of VR entertainment, put these wrist straps on. My son's already threw these off his arm before, and you don't wanna break your TV if you're near anything electronic. You also get this really cool charging dock, and as the picture implies, basically it sits down on the table and then you place everything on top of it. Just makes charging a little bit easier. There's also some eye covers. Actually, these block out light. So if you're wearing the headset and you want to make sure you still get mixed reality where you can see your environment, these will help keep light out from the side so it doesn't seep in. It'll just give you a better visual experience. So it looks like you get 2 sets of cables. You have controller charging cables, which is this proprietary connector to USB Type-C. And then on the other side, you have a charging dock connector. So you can kind of charge these separately if you really want to, or if you don't have the charging dock with you, as long as you have these cables, you can charge them. Here's the charging brick. It matches the entire color scheme. I am glad they went with all black, right? Like sometimes companies will, you know, make the headset one color and then have the cables another color and it just looks like a mess. This is sticking to the theme and I appreciate that. So we have how much can this charge at? We have a 45 watt charging brick. So if you accidentally leave this at home, it uses USB Type-C. As long as your adapter supports 45 watts, you can keep all these things charged. You also have some paperwork in the right-hand side, and then you have some microfiber cloths to keep the actual lenses nice and clean. And in the last box, you have some stylus tips. I totally forgot about that. You could use a stylus with your hands by putting a tip at the bottom of the controller. The way it works is you take off this wrist wrap, and in order to do that, you kind of have to like pull it, I guess, and then turn it? No, push it in and turn it. There you go, push it in and turn it the opposite direction, and then you can take out the actual wrist wrap. And then you should be able to put in the stylus. Let's see, here we go. Bam! So now I can take my hands and start drawing it in the air while I have my headset on. So this is what the headset looks like. It still has all the wrappings on it. You have some simple instructions to start the headset, which are right over here. You have a bunch of different stickers you have to peel before you start using them. These are all protecting the lenses of the device. There's a sticker on the back over here that needs to come off as well. But right off the bat, like this design looks way better compared to the previous one. In fact, I have the original Quest right here. Like, look at this thing. Look at the back of this. This is like faded. This is after like 2 to 3 years of use, sweat and hair and disgustingness. And it just feels really bulky, right? Like you have to like stretch this out and fit it perfectly. Whereas this guy, you kind of just like push it in and out and it fits your head perfectly. I imagine because they put the battery or the majority of the battery at the back of the headset, it's probably gonna fit me a lot better. So this is what it looks like on. Oh my God, this is so much better. So much easier to put on just because it kind of expands instead of like fiddling with straps. Like you're gonna be able to wear this a lot longer than the original Quest or Quest 2. I really like this design. Now, if you wanna do some fine tuning, there's this little wheel at the back here. So if you have it on your head, for example, right? And you move this little wheel, you can make it looser. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you can make it looser. So right now I'm expanding it to make it longer, but I can also tighten it up by turning this wheel to get the perfect fit. Now I do wear reading glasses. Like I don't need glasses all the time, but sometimes I'm on the computer for a very long time. I do put on reading glasses and I wanna see how it fits with this headset. So these are my glasses. This is what it looks like. I'm placing them on right now. I'm gonna put the headset back over and see how it fits. Oh, wow. Okay, so because of this mechanism and how you can tighten it and loosen it up, it makes wearing glasses perfectly. My glasses are not clinking against the lenses, so if you do wear glasses, you're gonna find this to be a very comfortable fit. Now this does have a little bit of I/O and a lot of buttons. You have your power button on the right-hand side, and then on the left you have your volume rocker. There's speakers built in, so these little indents where my fingers are speakers. You get stereo sound. It's supposed to be much better than the original Quest. Tons of cameras, like cameras everywhere. Just on the front lens alone, you have 3 cameras. So this thing is gonna be able to see the outside world perfectly. You have a camera over here, another camera over here. The lenses probably have cameras. I'm not sure if these are cameras. They could just be screws, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Maybe they're just sensors. And then on the right-hand side, you have a Type-C port in case you wanna physically charge it with a cable instead of using the dock. In fact, let's see exactly what this looks like when it's connected to the dock. So I think the way it works is you take one controller, and then you put it right here, and then you take the other controller, and then you line it up right here, and it kind of snaps in. There's a little magnet. And then for the headset, you place it right here, and this is what the full charging experience looks like. So that's pretty much it for the unboxing. That's what the hardware looks like. I'm obviously gonna be doing a full-fledged review. I'm gonna go deep into the metaverse and discover it and see what's new and how much better it looks compared to the original Quest. So if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comment section below and I'll try to answer as many of them. I'm looking forward to this. I know I'm a beta tester right now, a very expensive beta tester, but this kind of stuff, this kind of technology always excites me. And I'm looking forward to see what happens in the near future with the Meta Quest Pro. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.